That's not what I'm told, and so I'm going to investigate it and see what that entailed, because that penalty changed the complexion of the game. You know, we get a 15-yard penalty down there. We're on about the 5 or 7, and we're talking about driving it in for a 7-pointer. And then even if the mistake is made on the kickoff, and he's supposed to kick it out of the back of the end zone, and certainly, you know, he didn't mean to kick it out of bounds and be penalized and give him the short field. But even if that happens, and we have an opportunity at 7, the game's virtually out of reach. So that penalty was a tremendously pointed time in that game. So I'm going to reserve view until I see the film, and I'll make that point thereafter. I also kind of want to look at you know, some of the opportunities for us to catch balls that it didn't seem that you know, we'll, again, that'll be another piece. Third down, a couple of those balls, the opener in the overtime was a great call. It just hits him in the hands, and certainly he wants to catch it. But I got a team that played a great game, played a tough game, played a very physical game, and could expect to finish first in that game. And it's tough. It's a tough one. So yeah, I got a bad taste in my mouth from that game. So, questions?
I know you didn't have the benefit of replay, but that pass down the field looked like it was maybe juggled or dropped there by that receiver. You had a timeout. Have you thought of burning it to see if they could take a look at it?
I was told by the upstairs, the one that really came off the mat, I was told that it was cradled in there. I was told specifically that was a catch. So.
What was different about the defensive play calling on that last, I guess, the field goal drive at the end of the fourth quarter compared to the rest of the half?
Well, I think we're calling those plays. It's just that they're taking different. You know, they're catching balls on the in the flat on the way out of bounds, and really not being very aggressive down the field, and you know, throwing underneath balls, and it. You know, probably should have given a little bit more pressure, certainly, but. You know, I kind of liked how our defense played up to that point.
I mean, hindsight's 20/20, but coming out throwing 2 times in a row in overtime, if you had that back, would it be a little different?
No, I don't think so. I think we'd have probably come out and realized that the opportunity to catch that ball and run right down the sideline for about a 15-yard gain was right there, and it's just it's one of those things. So you know, the one thing about overtime, you know, it's a condensed field, but the opportunity to put the ball in the air changes the defensive calls. And so we, as you recalled, their opening drive, their opening play in overtime. So.
You put so much into this game plan against this team. How do you make sure that doesn't beat you twice this week?
I think our football team's got more character than that, to be honest. I think we'll have to. We'll have to play well. I think this Arkansas team's a good football team, and you know, I think we'll have to prepare well. I think that'll be a challenge for us. So, but it'll be very interesting to see this film, because to me I saw from what I saw on the opening, what was really I think the opportunity to go ahead, you know, early with Traven Durrell's. I think we were up 7. We were driving the ball again. Traven Durrell got a flag thrown, and then they waved it off. They said, no, it wasn't that bad. Well, it wasn't that bad, except that he had his hand, you know, wedged, and Traven Durrell is having a one-handed catch. So again, one of those things we'll have to see the film, see how it looks. But
what were you told on Vidal Alexander's penalty?
And that was the guy. I wasn't told what he did. I can tell you what my team told me. I can tell you my team told me that that was not the case. that he did not hit anybody, that he was hit, that he was yanked on. But I don't, again, I want to see the whole thing. I want to see what was seen, and because that changed the complexion of the game. That most significant turnover in the game.
So if you're first and goal at the 6, you're trying to score a touchdown. And
Oh my gosh, we're driving the football. We're running the ball right at, short yards, two-yard gains gets you a score. So, and that, again, I wonder if that was worthy. I wonder if that call was just, they picked up that in Terrell. They picked that one right up. They said, no, it was just one arm he had, and they didn't have the other arm too. So,
what did you want Trent Dilmay to do on the kickoff?
kick it out of the back of the end zone, which was the instruction and certainly what he wanted to do. Again, you understand something. These guys they're not obviously perfect either. So we'll be fine there. They'll be able to do that. So.
Alabama's game plan coming out throwing surprise you guys at all?
No, not at all. Kind of figured it, to be honest with you. So.
She's surprised with all the drops. Maybe more the moment.
Yeah, there's some guys that we had some of our best receivers. Maybe the most talented ball skilled guys drop balls today. So I guess surprise is absolutely the case. I would be willing to bet you that wouldn't happen again like that, for a long time. I'd be willing to bet.
Coach Miles, 4 losses in a row to Alabama. I know loss is a loss. Does it sting a little more as a team that you've had?
No, to be honest with you, anytime you play a great team, you match yourself with a great team, and very obvious in that game that the margin of victory and defeat is very small. Has not to do with the Alabama team. It has to do with 2 great teams fighting like hell. If you don't enjoy competition, if you don't enjoy, comparing yourself with very, very quality teams, then it could be something different. But hell, we'll look forward to playing those guys every time. So
On the late catch that looked questionable, you said you got word from upstairs. They didn't obviously have a lot of time to look at it because Alabama got back up to the line to
well, to be honest with you, it was told me specifically that it was a catch. So. Yeah, I would absolutely have loved to have had that knowledge. So.
Was that from a coach or a ref? Who's telling you?
Somebody from the press box.
Do you feel like you're getting enough out of Jennings in the quarterback position?
Well, if this team had the opportunity to win this game, then certainly, he was the quarterback of that game. I think there's a throw he'd certainly like to have back. He can't make that throw, when the safety goes down on the backside. But there's some things he did, well. And are we getting enough out of it? No, we got to get better there. Period. And Jennings certainly, we'll still have the first opportunities. But again, Brandon Harris is in the wings and improving, and Jennings is as well. So.
On that final play, you gave the game away.
Yeah, I don't know that giving the game away is how we would describe it in any way. I would have to think that when we had the ball in the 4 or the 5 or whatever it was, that game was really based on us managing the drive. Okay, and should we have managed that drive well? My guess is that we win the game. Then now, there was a call there that made it very significant. I don't know who gave whom the game, okay? But I would never characterize us as giving the game away.
Well, from the standpoint of your team, do you feel like they did enough to win that game?
You guys, you were there. You tell me. I certainly recognize what the final score was, okay? And if you remember, I opened this press conference congratulating Alabama on a great game played. A very physical, very competitive game. Yeah, I think I think that game could end in a lot of different ways with the Tigers in front. So I don't know if that's exactly how you wanted me to say it, but.
Update on Kenny Hilliard, Coach? What do you think after the first drive?
Shoulder bruise, not, I don't know how long, but not very serious. Was not a,
Anthony seemed confident tucking and running when you felt pressure. Were you a bit surprised in that last play after he scrambled out that he didn't try and pick up the first down with his feet there?
I don't. I didn't really get the view of the field on that play to let you know that I wish he'd have taken it down and ran. I didn't have that view. So.
Coach, what was your view on their field goal drive to send the game in overtime, the way you guys played?
I thought it was. I thought they threw extremely well in that period. They hit a couple balls, intermediate balls, and started without being very ambitious. Just getting in the flat, getting first downs, move the football well, and so.
Coach, that's time for one more.
Did Richard Robinson not playing have any effect on the outcome of this game?
No, he had no effect on the outcome of this game.